Okay, my first question for you guys. This is for like the producers. Of all the songs that you've released, what is each of you guys' favorite song?
Oh, let me check.
Uh, I okay. I for me it's Don't Need You that I made. I think.
For me, the same.
No, I mean of the song that like you released. So like for like Sick, it would be one of his songs. For Castello, it would be one of your songs. You know?
Yeah, it's his song.
Oh, got it.
Yes, man.
No, wait, no. I think I didn't hear you properly, and I
Traitor.
thought you both said the same song or
Yeah.
something.
Okay, okay.
It's a really tough question
Castello.
because they are different from each. Like, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so as far as like hard stuff, like harder stuff, it's obviously Coconut, and chill stuff is I would say Paradise. I think.
Nice.
I think. Yep.
Nice.
By the way, just I want to take this moment for telling you Castello happy release weekend. By
Hey.
the way,
Hey,
Yeah.
has he reached 75K yet on Spotify?
32 right now, 32K.
Oh, I think he means like
83.
monthly.
What the fuck? Holy
Oh,
fucking hell, dude.
monthly 83. Yeah.
83. Dude,
Yeah.
Castello's gonna be at 100K. Castello's gonna be at 100K in like a week.
We'll see.
Probably less than a week. Yeah,
Really. Wow.
absolutely.
I mean, that's amazing. Thank you.
I have like one really weird question, but I'm listening to like the artist that I'm used to like listen. And for example, Julian Jordan, he made like the super aggressive style tracks like Next Level and stuff like that. And now nobody knows why everyone just releasing just weird stuff that don't look like the artists. Like I don't know if you got me, but it's like
Mhm.
just personal like view on it, or everybody's releasing like something totally different what they used to do. For example, Martin
I
Garrix
think
switched.
I think I can yeah, I can talk about that. We were talking with John about it like a moment ago.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
I think that we like there's this belief generally, especially in EDM, that you have to release a certain type of song and just keep doing that. Because there's artists who have done it and have like it's been going very well for them, you know. Um, so there's people who like there's a lot of people who believe that that's the way to do it, but I think I personally, and that's personal opinion, I think that it's also good as well to have a brand where you can like have an artist name that you can experiment with a little bit, you know, and go on different genres. Um, there's definitely artists that do release a lot of the same stuff, like Hardwell, for example. Like he basically just released like banger after banger, and then progressive, big room, progressive, and then suddenly future bass, and then suddenly deep house. But most of the time was usually the same. But then there's other artists like DJ Snake that like are just all the time releasing completely different stuff. Like they come up with one reggaeton song and then super hard trap and then EDM banger and then they go back to trap and then they release something super chill like middle, you know, or like super pop. He's like all over the place, like for real. You can play like 10 different types of DJ sets with just his music. Um, so yeah, it's kind of weird, but I do not think it's bad. I just think it's a different
Yeah, it's
approach.
yeah, I wouldn't
And
say it's like weird, but I like it. I personally very like it because I want to be like
mhm.
that too, not releasing just one genre. But I just wanted to know like if there's some like management thing in that, or just some economy effect in that. Or... How?
Definitely. I mean, you guys, John and Sergio, you definitely can speak about that because I think it's kind of clear, right? Like how do they?
Yeah, I mean, basically in that kind of, any project has its own different things, basically we've been talking with Castell about that because he's doing like a lot of genres right now, and he
Yeah,
told
too
me,
many.
yeah, if I had to, make any new project for any different genre, I mean, I would have like, I don't know, 100 projects, something like that. I mean, it's not bad to, to do different genres, in my opinion. I mean, for me, as I already told you guys so many times, making music is part of your feelings. I mean, when you are making a track, you're expressing yourself. So why don't the same artist could make, I don't know, a banger and then a deep house track? Why not? I mean, I think it's all also a misconception created for all these previous years. I mean, maybe for the early 20s, maybe. I mean, for 2007, something like that. Uh, the electronic music scene is like it turned, to something, to something that is really classified in genres. But before that time, I mean, we got David Guetta, who made techno, and then he's gone to electro house. Then he came back to, more poppy stuff. And then he moved back to techno again, something like that, guys. It's not bad, but I mean, from 2007, from actually now, it's like everyone has to be in one genre, and I don't really approve this because, I mean, music is part of yourself. So if
Yes.
if one day you feel like, I don't know, maybe a little bit sad, you can make something like more sad stuff, something like that, more chill, something like that. But why don't you have to make, I don't know, a banger? Why not? I mean, it's something that I can't really understand. In my opinion, in my mind, under my, I want to prove, this kind of, right. If you make bangers, you have this name. But if you want to make some deep house tracks, you have to create another alias and another project. I don't think it's worth enough. I don't know.
Yes.
I don't see it good for artists.
Mhm.
But it
Yeah.
all depends on anybody. I mean, it's all part of a plan, I believe.
Yeah, but as an artist, you should evolve. So,
Yes, of course.
it's part of the journey. Like switching maybe genres. Look at, for example, if you know Headhunters, he has been doing like a hardstyle for, I don't know, 8-10 years. Then he switched to EDM, and then he came back to hardstyle. He just explored, and then he realized, like, yeah, I want to do this style. It's all about how you feel.
Yes. And I have
But yeah, you will definitely hear like people saying like, "No, man, like you should stick to one thing and go all the way with that because if you build one sound, then everybody will know you by that sound, um and then you will just get that recognition." And we've seen that with several artists. I mean, I'm thinking about actually a lot of like hexagon artists are doing that, like Mo Falk always uses his bass, in all of the tracks and in a kind of a similar way. I think like Morgan J did that too as well. Um, but at the same time, once they get that sound and they like use it in a lot of like future house tracks, maybe one day they use that sound for a super different thing. Um, and that will be the cool part, I think, in my opinion. Maybe like it's just crowd pleaser after crowd pleaser, and that's it. And maybe that's what they do for the rest of their lives, and that's okay if they're happy with it. But I think that it's also interesting to break completely an audience expectation. You know, maybe you get a lot of boost, like Avicii. You know, when he released, I think when he played on Ultra, Hey Brother, or one of these very like country.
It was Wake Me Up.
Wake me up, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Wake me up, like he got booed out of stage. Like
Yeah.
he didn't go out, you know, but he got booed.
Mhm.
And the same week it was like in the Billboard charts, you know, or like this the following week or something like that. So the first reaction, maybe it's not super great, but I think it's, I don't know, if you feel like doing it and you're happy doing it, why not? You know?
Yeah. And I have
Basically,
like
is that.
another question. Like when I'm playing in the clubs, yeah, I kind of want to like let the people know what I'm playing. So how would you classify like my genres? I'm playing like big room and some Mike Williams, Mesto, and Martin Garrix and stuff like that. And how would you call it? Like Dutch house? It's okay to name like Slovak DJ like Dutch house DJ, or how to call it? I don't know.
I would
Mm,
say more future house. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, because
It's also better known, as a genre.
yeah, but when I told like I'm playing Future House, like oh like Oliver Heldens and stuff, like no.
Well, I mean, don't hesitate, with that because a lot of people is don't really know about the genres. I mean,
Mm,
Future House could be Don Diablo, could be Mesto, could be even Jay Hardway. Depends on the track. Also Lucas and Steve depends on the track too. Also Oliver Heldens. I mean, there's a lot of
yes.
I would say, all right, they ask you, oh, like Oliver Heldens. No, you can tell like Mike Williams, which is also a Future House. I don't know, guys. What do you think?
you were in a party yesterday, right? Sick. What can you tell about that? Did they ask you something?
Yeah, exactly.
General,
Here's the master.
I hate the question,
saying
Yeah.
it's kind of
I don't
Because
know.
like
I would say
buying me
Future
for future
House
house. You're buying
is
me because
Yeah,
it's
something
like
like that, just
when you don't know how to call genre for that song, you just name it Future House. Is everything?
future house, electro house,
yeah, exactly. That could
something
work.
like that.
or what you can tell them is, man, just trust me, I got this. Like, no worries. You just can tell them
Yeah,
like,
no
I'm gonna make
worries.
the crowd wild, you know, and don't worry
Yeah,
about the genres. Just trust me, you know. That's usually what
be
I do.
confident.
Exactly. Like
Exactly.
I just try to like make the owner of the place like feel very confident, and if he has any suggestions, then he can come and ask me. But in the first
Exactly.
place, like let me do my thing, you know, and later we can talk. Yeah.
I have a
Exactly.
question. What is
Go
the
Mhm.
ahead. Go
curse
ahead.
that David Flicks is living under?
It's called the internet not connection curse.
It's called it's called internet bad internet connectivity, bad microphone, um, non-existent Discord.
Stuff like that.
It could be all the internet, to be honest.
No, I swear, if David had his microphone plugged in, he would just like start roasting me. Like he would just be like, "Nope." But now that he's not able to talk, I can just taunt him.
No,
Nah,
man.
just joke.
We
I just
never do
joke.
that. Man. Never do that in Jayem's. We are good people, good environment.
Yeah, exactly.
One more
Exactly.
question, Joan. Why do you always wear like Hawaiian or tropical style T-shirts?
Because he's cool.
Because that's my style, mate. That's my style. I mean, have you ever checked the James logo? Have you ever checked James logo
Yeah,
in
yeah,
full color?
yeah.
That's why, man. That's why.
Uh,
Yeah, I mean, I really like this kind of shirt, for
yeah.
summer. So I always
He lives in a
wear
constant.
this.
No, I
Exactly,
feel you. I
exactly.
love tropical vibes.
Yeah, that's why I'm, so happy every day, because I wear this kind of my shirt. Oh damn! One of my headphones is dead. Wait a second.
I'm
OC,
telling you,
OC.
I'm telling you, in like 20, 30 years, Joan's gonna be writing like his autobiography. It's gonna be titled "The Secret to My Happiness," and in chapter one, he's gonna be like talking like full on about his shirt, like his closet. He's gonna be like, I have
Wearing
one.
the right clothes.
Yeah, absolutely. Sure. I mean, we're gonna work on a kind of a merch with this style. You know, this kind
Yes, dude, that would
of
be
shirt.
awesome. That would be awesome.
We're gonna work on it. Just give us.
Yes.
But we're gonna start with the t-shirts and that stuff. You know, something kind of basic. Then we're gonna move on.
Nice. Yeah.
Exactly. Harder.
That's
But glad you like it, man. I'm glad you like it. It's making me feel
Yeah,
better.
dude. Yeah, of course. I love the tropical vibes. No, that's why when Sergi and I were just working on the logo, and like I'm really really into like these graffiti designs, right? So I'm like, yes, this graffiti, that graffiti. Oh, that looks bad. This looks bad. We're just going back and forth. Like we're having a graphic design war right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
it takes a
I
lot
know
of
it.
time, man, to get the right one.
Yeah.
It really does.
He can tell you, yeah.
It's a real
Oh.
hassle, man. It's a real hassle. Like to get the one like the one that I have now, which is supposed to be the final one. We had to meet like at least 5 times with my designer, something like that, and in person. Imagine, like, that's what I mean. So like, yeah. So like, um, it's yeah. I mean, and video calls like way more. Like it really is a thing because um, it has to be something that you see it
Yeah.
and you're like, yes, that's me. But
Yeah.
at the same time, it doesn't have to be like super random, like having random stuff, because it's there. Um, so I don't know, like, I think the key is starting as basic as you can, like super basic, and then from there, like, do little details, and then you'll probably have, but those details is what will make the thing, unique. But still, the base, like when you make a cake, whatever is underneath has to be very basic, like
Yeah.
it has to be very, like, the easiest, most basic stuff, and then you work a little bit on the details, and that's
Yeah.
it.
Guys, can I have a different question from all of this production stuff and like that?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Go ahead.
Okay, so
It's a custom stream for you guys. I mean, there are
Mhm.
only
yeah.
two guys here. You can ask whatever you want.
Okay, so I got last time I got really lucky, and I found some guy, one friend of mine, and we will be starting a label, and that label should be like starting, like, how to tell it, like starting money. We will have like 1 million euro for start, and if it will like start correctly, like good, then it's possible then this Discord will have an ANR, so maybe it will be pretty good boost. So do you have any name for labels? Like, it should be something like spinning, like many genres.
I don't know if I got your question, mate.
Yeah, I know. I was overthinking it and I get like stuck. Wait, so we will be starting label, and we don't have a name yet. So do you have like any good name?
That's hard.
I don't know.
They're hard.
I know how my label could be called, but damn, I don't know. Boring
It's
label.
harder than making logos.
Yes.
I mean,
I don't I don't really know.
generate.
It's something really personal in my
because I got really lucky that one guy found me and he told me like I will have um wait, I will open translate Google Translate because
Sure, don't worry,
some kind
man.
of words I never
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he can. David can
translate.
translate it.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh wait a minute. Um, I will be responsible for like a music production of that label, like choosing the songs and basically be I will be an A&R
All right.
and the face of the song. So I need to improve in my quality song. So that's why I got lucky and I must work out. And he will be responsible for money and stuff like that. And he got sponsors for 1 million euro.
Oh, sure.
So we can like push any label in our country. So it's possible then like when it will work out like I will try to somehow boost this Discord. Like we will have like an hour and people would come. So wait, Google
Nice.
Translator.
But
Mm,
1 million is a
keep
lot.
your keep your
So
1
fingers
million
I,
is
crossed
for
for it to come
I
out.
am a little bit confused because building a label like starting up a label, it usually it isn't needed that much capital to start off a label. You know what I mean? Labels
um
usually start like very like way small. So I'm just saying this just to tell you that you should be careful with like these kind of deals. Sometimes they are like or either not scams, but maybe you never know what you're getting into until you actually get into it. Um
yes,
so
of
yeah,
course
just
there are
letting you
many.
know it's a little bit strange
uh
the amount of money.
that won't be like our money. It's a font. It's font. We will be getting money from that font, and we will give like a percentage of our income to that font. I don't know how to
Hmm.
call it, but the guy who is responsible for like money have like business plan and everything worked out. So I'm even if it crashed, so I will not have to like pay anything, you know.
Okay, I mean if you are 100% sure you're safe,
Yeah, I'm safe.
and
So you have this budget for investing in every release. I mean, well, not in every release, but for investing in first releases, for example, in distribution and in training,
Yes.
publishing, synchro, all that stuff.
Yeah, and that's the thing that we get one guy who is like filming films for Netflix, and he's like he got contacts for that.
All right, you gotta be careful with this synchro. It's
Yeah.
really hard. In all the contracts are really hard, so be careful with that. Because most of the time, synchro works like that. These synchro companies give you some money in advance, then they recoup all the money, you know,
Yeah.
from the royalties income and that stuff. So you gotta know how much. You gotta know the percentage, of course. You gotta know the terms of this deal. I mean, synchro deals are really, really, really hard to get and to understand. To be honest, I faced like two, not for my guys, but for some other companies. And yeah, you gotta be careful with that.
Yes. Okay, thank you for advice, guys. But I will need to go away now because I'm building a pool. So
All right, don't worry, man.
I
Don't.
digged like a hole for the pool, and then I tried to like build the pool, and I figure out it's a small hole. So fuck it.
all right,
Uh, don't worry. Don't worry,
keep
man.
digging, man, keep digging.
Yeah, keep digging.
Exactly,
Never
exactly.
get
go for
ready.
it.
That's the point.
Thanks.
Point.
Okay,
Right, man.
thank you for
Pleasure.
the advices, guys. See you later.
Yeah. Bye bye. Thank
See
you.
ya.
Yeah.
Looks like it's just me and the boys now.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
We're all yours.
David, I put two links in my ticket with a song that I'm like finishing up, and I wanted to get like everyone's input on it. Um, because I've been talking with Castello. We both think like it could be suitable for Hexagon. We're still thinking about like the vocals, whether we should replace it, stuff like that. So I want you to take a listen. One, listen if the vocals are overused, and two, what you think about the quality, the mixing and mastering, if that's possible.
I don't know. I think David's mic is not okay.
Yeah, but are his headphones
I
working?
should definitely reply on the chat.
Maybe his headphones are working.
I don't know.
We'll see. In the chat, he was texting earlier.
Yeah.
He's texting right now on the main chat.
He's
I'm
listening.
Having a listen. Okay.
He's having a listen.
Okay.
Awesome.
All right, David, you can text on his ticket. So
This is where David gets to make fun of me.
I don't think so. Oh, he's back. He's
Yeah.
back.
For a while.
He finished the pool already.
No, it started to rain.
Started to rain. So now it's gonna get filled up. For
I just opened like the doors and it immediately started to rain. Like, okay, that's
That's
simple.
the sign. You have to be
Today's
with
not
us.
the day, mate. Today's not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
exactly.
All right. I don't know, guys. Keep asking if you want. If not, we can just leave it here. Don't worry. We have the tips and tricks next week. In case you want.
Maybe do you have some advices like how to get more effective starts on the label? Because I know it will be hard because when people will open up the YouTube channel and the stuff like that, it will be like one video and it's boring. So do you have like some stuff what to shoot and everything?
I had the idea to set up a label time ago, but honestly, you need a lot of resources. You need someone that's basically pushing a lot of deals at the same time. You know, you gotta get a distributor, you gotta get a distribution company, you gotta get some publisher. Is really really hard for some. So in my opinion, you should try to connect with some label owner. I mean, my idea is to bring you some labels owner in an interview, guys. Also for letting you know how the label works. It's my idea. Maybe next month is gonna be the demo drop. So on August, probably we would have a record label owner here, and you can maybe ask something like that, and you can discuss. But basically, you need someone that specifically works on distribution, someone who works on legal side, someone who works on trading.
Yeah,
Really important trading.
Trading.
Completely
Yeah.
straight.
Big thing.
they got it already.
Really
They got like
important.
they got Hollywood studios and like Taipei.
Alright.
I'm just like I'm not responsible, but it's a friend of mine, and I can tell him like what is good and what's wrong. Like just the ideas of for video clip maybe and stuff like that.
I just can tell you that starting a label is harder than it looks, that it
Yes,
seems.
of course.
But yeah, I didn't start it yet because because you need a lot of resources, and a lot of resources is basically working 24/7, full time, mate. I mean, it's really exhausting. I know because I have some friends that run labels,
Same.
Absolutely. Well, have
I
you
spent,
you talk with Andrija
yeah,
from Music
and
Tab? You
also
already know.
exactly. And also,
Well,
I spent an afternoon, a day actually, with the owner of United Music Hits, who's a good friend of mine in Barcelona, and he's like his life is that, like he started a YouTube channel uploading like EDM 1 hour mixes, and that end up transforming into a label. And and it's crazy, like the amount of hours and the amount of effort he's putting every day into listening to the tracks, doing the designs, all the stuff. So he ended up diversifying a lot of the jobs. You'll definitely have to find that, like, your team, like your designer, your A&R, your kind of thing. It's a very you really have to like it because it takes a lot of energy. So yeah, that's that.
yep. I don't know. I mean, if you ever need some help, you can always ask. Mate, don't worry. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
we will try to help you.
Hmm.
Yeah, thanks.
All right. I don't know, guys. Anything else?
Um,
Sig is kind of
yes. Okay,
sorry.
Flix is there. My main goal with this track would probably be Hexagon. Um, see, like future house labels. I don't want to do future house cloud because I'm not really that interested in future house cloud anymore. But like, I think maybe Hexagon. Uh, I don't know. Future house music is a really nice label, but I know it's like extremely hard to get into.
It is.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think, in my opinion, you have good chances of getting a good label if you put some original vocals. If not, it's gonna be harder to get something better than Future House Cloud, just for the
Uh-huh.
vocal. Because the Future
Okay.
House scene is really, really hard. Not really hard. I mean, it's kind of
No, because
hard.
I hear some tracks on Hexagon every once in a while where like the vocals are super overused, but they still sign it. Um, because like the production quality and everything is good. Like literally just I think 1 week back, Hexagon signed this like one track, and like everyone has heard the splice vocals. It's like it just slipped by everyone. Cause like I remember like on got it. Let me see if I can find the track because
Yeah, it would be nice
oh
if
yeah,
you can show us the track because sometimes it depends on some
here.
well the
This is the
relationship,
moment.
you know.
I'm just gonna put it in the premium pack. That that was 9 days back, and I don't know who JSPM is, but he's a very unknown artist. That's literally like the only track he has out. And back to you. Those are like really overused vocals.
Let me check.
Those are
Yeah,
Kara
I know
vocals, I
that.
think. Yeah, those are Kara vocals. So obviously they're overused.
They are, yeah, they are overused as fuck.
That's
What?
kind of like the major reason because it's weird because I was on Don's live stream. Don Diablo was doing a live stream like I think like a month back, and he mentioned like the vocals that they released should like never be overused. Like they can be spliced vocals, but like people shouldn't have heard it. But then they released Back to You, and I was like, wait a second.
Shit, this track released some Hexa.
Yeah, it's pretty unique.
Well, just look at my face.
So unique.
That's the unique face.
Unique.
Nah.
Bass face.
Huh.
Yeah, shit face.
No base face.
Oh my
I,
god.
well, it's taste.
Yeah.
It's always
Yeah,
taste.
probably. I
So
like it.
Just
So
around that Castello 1 hour ago.
Yeah, like we are back and forth with labels, like no matter.
Also with Sig, by the way. Also with Sig.
Also with Sig, right? Like I guess you're going through the same Sig, like
Fucking
like
vowels, bro.
like a track that you're like, this is dope, and then they go like, "Mm, I don't like that plug,"
no,
and you're like,
no, no,
"Ugh."
no, no, no.
Also with David Drunk Flute. Oh, this track doesn't have any history.
It's, oh my
Wow.
god, it's annoying because after they say,
Type your reaction. Type your reaction in the main chat.
after after they say they don't like this one plug or this one percussion, they go like, oh, and also we don't like this other little thing that we heard now that the other one is not there. So that as well. And then they go, okay, better. We are getting there. And then we don't like this either. And they end up
Yeah,
changing your track completely. It's
Castelo,
just
how much time? How much time did it take?
too much.
1 month?
Too much. Way too
Okay.
much.
I think 1 month.
Yeah,
For
that's way too much.
fucking
I will never do it again. I will never follow that many instructions for one track. Um, I did it only once and with this one label, and I'm not gonna repeat again. Basically,
yeah, that's really annoying. That's really annoying. You
as
gotta
far
do
as
that.
like accepting changes, you know. After the second email, I'm gonna go like, okay, thank you very much for your attention. I'm moving on. Bye bye.
Yeah,
You know,
that, that's the
that's
point.
it.
But with this David Fix track, it was like, oh, this track has really vibes. I can tell the label.
Yeah,
But this track doesn't have an history. What the? Are you joking? No. It was like when I saw that email, it was
yeah.
damn.
I don't know. It's all about taste, for real.
Absolutely, guys. I mean, for if I could listen that track you sent me on RDH, I couldn't sign on Hexagon for sure. I mean, I would say, ah, I mean, all right, it's not bad. It could sound like kind of unique, but I don't know. I expect a bit. I expect a bit more from Hexagon. Maybe I had, some high expectations from labels. And
Hmm.
now I don't know, with all this situation, they have to, release something that they don't agree at 100%. I can understand, but I don't know. It's all about taste.
So wait, are you talking about my track or the other track that I sent you?
Try to send us. I mean,
Okay.
that back to your track.
So for a second when you were
Somehow I
like,
got scared.
yeah, I was like, oh shoot, he's talking about my track.
Oh no.
Time to go back to the drawing board.
I've been talking with some guys that we recently start managing.
Mhm.
And yeah, it was the same. We've been talking like for 20 minutes with Sergio about taste. Right?
Uh-huh.
Seriously? Like 20 minutes just talking about taste. Okay, this is my taste. I have to let you know that I don't like this, but it's all right. Don't worry. Let's see what the label says.
Yeah. Two questions for you guys. First question is about my track. Kind of what I'm thinking is I want to like send it to like Hexagon like once, and if they like it, then I mean obviously it would be great to sign it. But if they think that the vocals need to change, then I go back and I change the vocals. Do you think that's like too much of a hassle and I should change the vocals right now? Because like two things. I have two worries. One is the vocals fit so well. I'm like slightly worried about the vocals not being such a great of a fit. And my oh my god, I forgot my second worry. How do I do that? Uh I'll think. I'll think about what my second one is, but
Yeah. Right.
but like I kind of like really like the vocals that I have right now, even though like they might be used like a decent amount. Would it be like too much of a struggle to send it to them and they be like, then they can decide if they want to sign it. If they don't want to sign it, then I go back, change the vocals, and then send it, or should I like literally just change?
If you believe in it, go send it. In my case, I once like literally sent one version and then they didn't reply, and then I sent the second version and they loved it.
Uh-huh.
So that's all right. I mean, if they listen, they listen. No matter how many versions you make. I mean, if you send them like 4 versions, I mean, they're probably just gonna like block you or something.
Uh-huh.
But but if you like send one version, they don't reply to you, and they go like, "Hey, I have the improved version," and then maybe you are
Yeah.
you're lucky. But yeah, I mean, if you believe in it like as it is, go for it. Definitely.
Okay. Then my second kind, it's not a question, but it's more of a request. Joan, out of all the artists you are managing, I think it would be pretty cool to bring in some of those artists to do like a masterclass on this server, like um Herc Demon. It would be awesome to get him to do an event. I don't know, like obviously what their availability is and stuff like that. But I think it would be really cool for the server if you were able to bring in like a few of the artists that you are managing, so that they can kind of talk about their experience, their like production advice, stuff like that.
Sure. If you want, guys, I mean, you can propose any kind of stuff from the Discord. I mean, all right, we're running this, but it's also yours, right, guys?
Uh-huh.
We're making this for you. I mean,
Yeah.
if you think we have to, I don't know, make something, just tell us. Don't worry,
Yeah.
guys. Sure. I mean, we can make some kind of master classes. Also, I like to finish first the track from scratch from these three guys. Then
Uh-huh.
I'm thinking of making this,
Yeah.
to make some master classes from ILVS,
Yeah.
from not you also, Herb Demon, from Peter Anandon Pepe, who recently joined. They're all, they are working on different genres, so you can learn a lot from
Yeah.
all of them. But yeah, first I like to finish this track from scratch, guys, and learning the basics. Once
Yeah.
you know the basics, we can move on, and I don't know, break into a process of making a whole track in 1 hour. So
Uh-huh.
you know better all the process and all that stuff. So we can make 1 hour masterclass more dynamic and that stuff.
Yeah. And about the 1 hour masterclass, one thing that would be really cool is you do a server wide 1 hour make a track. So like all of your artists do it, and then all of the like the premium, like all the family members, like everyone does it. I think that would be really cool. Like 20 different people,
Like a
maybe not
challenge,
20, but like
something like that.
10 different people all making a track in 1 hour, and we see how all of them turn out. I think that would be super cool.
I will win. No,
Yeah,
just kidding.
think about it. Thank you for the idea.
Yeah. 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 Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like a secret Santa. We can make like a secret Santa. All idea. You can
Yeah.
send me all the tracks, and I upload it on my SoundCloud, in the James
Yeah.
SoundCloud, without
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do it.
That's
Absolutely.
actually
That
a
would be
sick
cool.
idea though. Just to see what everyone is able to do in 1 hour. I think that's a pretty sick idea.
Yeah, but how can we control, that everyone make all this in a 1 hour?
I know exactly what you should do. basically when you announce it on your calendar, you basically list it as like surprise event. Don't name that it's like gonna be like a competition or something. Just say surprise event, and then when people come to them, then you announce, okay, we're gonna be doing one track in an hour. So then they start making the track. You know what I mean?
Or everyone can turn up the stream, and you will don't need to
Yeah,
listen, like, and you
exactly.
just need to see.
Yep.
Like an exam.
Yes.
If you move your eyes
Yeah.
somewhere else, you get 0
Good
points.
work. Yeah, we have like a lot of projects in the coming months, guys. Realize that we just started. I mean, it's gonna be the third month already. So third month. So
Hey.
yeah, we have a lot of things in our mind. But yeah, I think it's a great idea. To be honest, we're gonna think absolutely.
Awesome. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
All right, I just want to tell you, next month, guys. I hope you have some demos ready.
Oh, what's the big event coming up, huh?
Yeah, we're gonna do demo drop second week, Sergi. Second week of July, second weekend, by the way, because the first weekend is gonna be the track from scratch, second part. So
Yep.
yes,
Yes. The Castello, Sick, and David Flick's collab needs to
yep,
get finished and released. It needs to get released.
Boom, boom,
we're gonna
boom.
try.
It's gonna
I
be a
want to
banger
listen
release.
to it. I
The,
couldn't
the three
participate.
the three big upcoming talents all combine into one force. It's gonna be on like all the newspapers.
And
Yeah,
it
imagine,
ended
The
up
imagine,
being
imagine.
something so weird.
The Times of Barcelona is gonna be like Castello out with a banger.
Yeah, imagine a track made by all of them. I don't know how would the project be called. James Family. James Family.
Maybe.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
maybe. Yeah, it can be.
Could
Could be
be.
nice. I don't know.
Oh fuck, guys! I will have to go because strong
It
wind
stopped
blows
raining.
and blows material to the pool in the yard. So what fucking?
All right, don't worry, man. Don't worry.
Take
Okay,
care, man.
Okay, I'm running. Bye. Thank you for the Q&A, bro.
don't
Bye.
worry. You're welcome. All
that
right.
was that was hilarious.
Yeah. You know. Yeah. Basically, we have like a lot of ideas. Well, we have like 2 weekly calls, all five, just discussing about what to make in Discord, just planning all the calls, all your projects. So yeah, basically we're like brainstorming, like I don't know, maybe 75% of the time, something like that, of our calls. Like brainstorm all the time. So yeah, we really have a lot of ideas. We just need some time, for making them happen, and then move to the next one. Move to the next one.
Definitely.
The thing is that unfortunately we only can do these streams um, during weekends because
Yeah. No, that's all fine. If you did it during weekdays, that would be a hassle because like you
exactly.
have your own management work and your routine and you have to go out and all that stuff. So I think weekends is just best for everyone because like even for me, I'm just mostly free on the weekends, right?
Yeah.
And same for like most of the members.
Yeah.
A few more questions for you guys before you guys need to head out. Um, well, of course, it's gonna be about my track again because I'm super paranoid. Um, do you think the track is like so? Let's forget about the vocals. Overall, like production wise, do you think it's ready for release? Because Castello, you told me to work on the vocals, make them brighter, make them stand out in the mix more. Do you think all those problems are kind of fixed?
I haven't had a chance to listen yet,
Okay,
but I will do soon.
sure. Take your time. And if all of you declare that it's good enough for release, then Joan, I'm gonna want to talk to you, kind of get your ideas for like management, how to release it, how to approach labels, all that stuff.
Sure, we can jump on a call whenever you want.
Awesome. And David Flicks also told me that he has some contacts in Hexagon. So I was wondering if, like, of course, if everyone thinks it's ready, if David Flicks could like recommend it to Hexagon, maybe like increase my chance of getting signed.
Not really. I mean, I can tell you, I know all the Hexagon team. Also, Castello knows. I mean, I've been talking with the A&R like 4 days ago.
Oh, okay.
He always, yeah, we're kind of close.
He just told me
Uh,
that Joan has a better connection. So I'm gonna be stalking you now, Joan.
no, but this guy, Ricardo, is a really cool guy. He always check the demos, the demo email. So
Okay.
if you drop an email to the demo email, he's gonna check it for sure.
It's what I told
What?
you, man. I didn't know anybody at all.
Yeah.
Like I just sent it to demo@dondiablo.com. I
Uh-huh.
didn't do like I didn't know anybody from Hexagon or anybody who knew anybody from Hexagon because I was like back then I wasn't even with Jayem's yet. It was like right before I joined Jayem's, so I was just like out in the open. I was like I don't know anybody. I just did this one track with my friend and we
Uh-huh.
just sent it. Uh,
Yeah.
and that's
But
the cool part
even
that
still,
Hexagon still listens to everything.
Yeah,
yeah.
they
But
do.
even still, I was gonna say like, wouldn't it like kind of like probabilistic like probability wise, wouldn't it be like a higher probability if like Joan were to send it to the ANR? Like, is that possible, or would that like kind of ruin your relationship with them and you'd rather like I send it instead?
To
I
send the track
personally
from
think
you.
it's not even about both like either of those things. I just think it just doesn't matter. Like the track has to be like liked by the A&R, and that's really like there's so many factors that play into that. Even the mood of the A&R that day. If he had a bad day, maybe he just doesn't sign your track because he had a bad day.
Yeah.
Like it could have
Mhm.
happened with actually our tracks as well. Um, it's a lottery, to be very honest. But obviously if your track sounds good, that's what makes it better, not that somebody recommended it, because then it sounds like you're pitching, and then it makes you think kind of like less of the music and more of the connection. And I personally do not think that's a good approach to pitch a track. It's more like, hey, we made this, we think you can like it. It's not like, hey, I have this person who makes music, listen to this thing that you know what I mean. It's
Got
kind of
it.
like, I think it's a better approach, but I don't know what you guys think. I don't know.
Because I know like some labels, they're like, for example, well, as David Flix has been telling me a lot, like stamped, like only if you've been introduced to like the stamp management and you know Garrick's, like only then you get in, and like for future house music, I've heard like stories like only if you're like recommended by like their artist or something, or like if you know the management really close, like only then do you get in. Obviously, for every label, it's different. So I'm just kind of thinking and discussing with you guys like what would be my best approach for Hexagon, and if you think like dropping it in the demos is the best approach, then
Yeah,
I think that's
absolutely. For Hexagon, I can tell you 100% that you can drop an email on the demo email, and they will check. On Stampede is really really hard. You need a good connection with.
Mhm.
got it. Flix is telling me that even FHM looks at demos. I was talking to I don't know how to pronounce his name, but it's like Yeli Slump. It's like JELLESLUMP. I was talking to
Yeah.
him about like future house music, and he was telling me like they don't even go through their demos, and like for him, like knowing the management and the A&Rs was kind of what got him into future house music. So I don't know exactly how future house music works personally, but oh, got it. Flix knows all the tricks. Flix is like
LinkedIn
mind is
is awesome for those kind of contacts.
cool. So Castello, it would be awesome if you could listen to it whenever you can. Tell me if I need to make the master still louder, all that stuff. Tell me what you think of the vocals, and yeah, hopefully I can send it to them whenever it's ready.
Awesome. Yeah, I will. Probably when we finish the stream, which is basically now, I think
Cool. Yeah.
I will take a listen for sure.
And this might be pushing it, but Joan, any chance that I can hop on a call with you like later today, or would you want to schedule it like sometime during the weekdays?
Next week, man.
Next week? Okay.
I have to go. I have to go now. That's
Cool,
about.
cool. No problem.
Oh, I don't know. This week, maybe Thursday, maybe. I don't know.
Cool. And
I'm going to be really, really, really busy this week. Also, it's
Got
my on Wednesday is my name's day, so I'm gonna be with family and all that stuff. So
got it.
San Juan. Beep, beep, beep.
Cool. No
Yeah.
problem. And Sergi will also be there where we can discuss the logo and finalize everything. Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome.
yeah,
Awesome. Cool guys.
Absolutely.
Thanks for the exclusive NRDH live stream.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's
Yeah, yeah. And you
It's
take the
awesome, though.
advantage. I mean,
Yes.
people are laying in
Absolutely.
bed. That's what they lose.
Exactly.
Thanks,
All right, man.
guys. I'll see a few of you on Thursday. I'll see the rest of you next weekend.
Oh yeah.
Alrighty.
Awesome. See you guys. Thanks
Yeah.
for all the
See ya,
advice.
guys.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.